Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Eclecticka. I am Seven. We've got Charles and Cece. How y'all doing today?
Good. How's it going? Good to be
Riding
here.
that horse? That imaginary Eclecticka horse?
Yep. It's a unicorn. That's the story.
So, we talked about race and politics within comics, within art. And it's interesting, off camera, we talked about how a lot of things we wouldn't be aware of politically, historically, and race-wise if it wasn't for these outlets of creativity, such as the film coming out, Hidden Figures. Cece, I know you have a lot to say about this as do you consider yourself a feminist?
Oh yeah. I'm actually on payroll. I'm on feminist payroll.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's deep.
I want to stay out of this one.
I don't have any other option, but
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm really excited about this movie, especially being really big on intersectionality. This is just...
Now, define that. What is...
Intersectionality is a relatively new concept. I can't remember the young woman who came up with it, but I believe it's kind of along the same lines of Black feminist thought, which I can tap into another day. But it essentially highlights those individuals who find themselves at the crossroads of various forms of oppression and marginalization. So say you might be Black and gay, or a woman and a woman of color. So those are two different, or a Muslim woman. So those are, the different cross streets, or you could be a gay Muslim woman. That's a real, that's 3 times the intersection. So this and feminism, particularly in the Black community, has been kind of tainted over the years as being a white woman's movement, even though historically Black women have been a pinnacle part of the women's rights movement since its inception, just as much as the civil rights movement, actually. So this movie is just a phenomenal true story about 3 mathematicians: Katherine Johnson, who's played by Taraji P. Henson; Dorothy Vaughan, who's played by Octavia Spencer, and it's debuting in her first feature film, Janelle Monáe, playing Mary Jackson. So just awesome women. They were all members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Shout out to them. Shout out to D9. And Katherine Johnson is actually still alive. She's in her 90s. So yeah, really, I really encourage you to read up about them. And they just were brilliant women who helped come up with the exact calculations to send the first Americans into space during the arms race. So and it was a lot of, you'll see a lot of the context of racism and sexism in that movie, because there were there's parts of the movie where you see the women being locked out of their own work and being excluded from meetings that discusses their work and their calculations. So yeah, and it comes out January 6th. So definitely check it out. And it's got I think the casting's great. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Are there any men in this film?
There are.
They're flying a ship.
Like Katherine Johnson, that seems to be based on the trailer. She's got like a love interest who's pretty high up in the military. So there's definitely, and Kevin Costner is actually the lead male in this movie. So yeah, it's got the cast is there, the figures are there. So,
wow.
Touché.
Hopefully this will be, based on the trailers, it looks like they really did a good job of trying to channel the women that they are portraying. So
now, who's producing this film? Is it Kevin Costner?
That is
because he tends to really go in and with the work that he chooses, which I really admire him for that.
That's a good question, because Taraji, she's got the money now at this point where she could probably be at least a partial producer,
right.
Or so let me see.
Well, I think the great thing is that finally this stuff is coming out. You know what I mean? For so many years, and I hate to say this, they try to act like our people didn't contribute anything to society.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's such a farce.
Much less American history.
Yeah, it's that we all know that American history is just twisted like a pretzel. Most of the stuff you read in these history books today it's not even true.
Yeah.
A lot it's mixed and matched stuff.
Or at best watered down.
Oh, it's so watered down. Yeah, it's just it's ridiculous. And it's good that it's coming out and people can actually hear the truth. The sad part is I wish that these women got honored years ago. They should have got honored years ago.
Yeah, Katherine Johnson actually recently got the Presidential Medal of Freedom. President Obama bestowed that upon her. But yeah, it is kind of unfortunate that it's so late. But I guess better late than never. But better soon than late. But better early than late.
But be honest. Let's just say that.
Oh, it's Fox production, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, right? Surprise.
Let's just say that.
Like Fox?
Yeah, that's surprising. I'm sorry to say that.
But it is, I mean, they do have Empire, so Taraji, right. I'm sure they probably,
see the connections.
But think about this. Let's just say we knew this years ago. This was taught in schools. Think how this would inspire young black women. You understand what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's just
and young black men.
And women in general, especially because women are historically typecasted as being, not good particularly in the maths and sciences. So,
well, we created math.
Right.
I'm just being honest.
Right, ancient African society.
Yeah, it was created in Africa. So I mean, come on, man. This is wake up, people.
Right. Exactly.
Wake up.
Exactly. It's long. And it's kind of, a gift and a curse, but so much of what people learn about history comes from Hollywood and the media. So, it's about time, for sure.
Well, we always look towards the future, and hopefully we see ourselves in there. We spoke about in another episode that they're going to do another Blade Runner, part 2. Do you guys feel that we're going to see a lot more projects with us in it, where it's not like, oh, finally it's us in it. It just becomes like the Star Trek mentality where we're just there and that's it. There's nobody missing, basically.
Right.
You feel we're going to get to that point or no?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I believe we will. I believe we will. You can't have a strong society and exclude people. You can't.
Yeah,
you can't.
True.
It doesn't make any sense. And within the United States, I'm just saying, even within the United States, if you want to have a strong nation, you have to include everybody.
Yeah.
You can't keep excluding people.
Yeah, and the arts have a reputation of being far ahead of their time
you're right.
in terms of like race relations and just progressive thinking in general. Even when you look at Marvel, you had like old school comics of Black Panther fighting the Klan. Like, how bold of a move was that,
Right.
So definitely think that the media and the arts and film and literature are the gateway to essentially changing a culture, because they're such a huge part of the culture, right? So
even if you look at music, and I'm not talking about the music execs, I'm talking about true musicians, the respect that you get from each other. It doesn't matter. Slevin, you're a musician too. If you can play, you can play. You understand? That's it. You go in, and you can see that with a lot of like how the Black artists were treated overseas compared to how they were treated here. You understand what I mean? So it's just you're 100% right. Cece. The arts are so much more ahead on that whole concept.
For sure.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
It's based on your skills, man.
Yeah.
Well, when will anime catch up? Dun dun.
Yeah. Ghost in the Shell. Oh my God. I mean, and from a sociological standpoint, Asians are known to sociologists as the invisible race. They are the least visible in the media. They're when you think about it, they're up until recently, there were no Asian sitcoms ever. I think they had like the Fresh Off the Boat one. Right. But like other than that, I can't think of any Asian sitcoms or shows based on Asian people, and if
Eclecticka.
it's very true.
Eclecticka is an Asian show.
It's true. Yeah.
But we do focus on anime.
We do.
But even then, it's like, and then when there is a focus on Asian culture, there's always this, whitewashing of yellow people, or historically we've seen yellow face, where they literally try to make, white people kind of pass as Asian.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of what we're seeing here with Ghost in the Shell. And that's really disappointing because her name is explicitly Japanese. And that was just like, they could have definitely used that. Even if it were a Japanese American, like you could have used that to put a face that's not normally shown, especially because like Lucy Liu hasn't been around for a while. Like we need new face. They need new faces and new representation. And it was just a total letdown.
Right.
Oh man, I just saw a movie with Lucy Liu in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I saved it. I want you guys to check this out because it is awesome. It's called Lucky Number Slevin.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I think I saw it once.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That was good.
Mm-hmm.
And
good movie.
Lucy Liu is beautiful as ever.
Yeah, it's one of those like real kind of eclectic
it's
movies.
recent?
Yeah, like maybe
like
5 years. Definitely less than 10 years old.
To tell you the truth, when I went crazy over Rogue One is when I saw my boy Donnie Yen. And at that I went nuts. I'm a huge fan of Donnie Yen. That's the main reason why I'm going to go see Rogue One.
Oh,
so look, speaking of Rogue One.
2006.
Yeah.
Lucky Number Slevin. But it's on Netflix. Great.
Good.
It's a nice ride. At first you're like, what's going on? Everything doesn't make any sense. But as you ride with it, it's good. It's good. So what were you about to say?
No, I'm just, I remember I was watching an interview years ago, and they were, this goes back years, they were talking about Jackie Chan. This is when he made Rumble in the Bronx. And the interviewer said, Jackie, do you realize how many of your fans are African American? And he was just like, they don't, we respect all cultures, man. You know what I mean? It's just, I just don't understand how in this day and age, again, how everything can just be so separate, man.
Yeah,
I just
especially
don't
in
get
the
it.
arts. It's like, come on, man, y'all should have it together by now. And it's not fair because anytime they want like an action movie, they're super exploited. And it's like you only typecast them as these roles of being like the Kung Fu master or something like that. And there's so much more to their culture than that. It's really not fair.
Way more.
Well, actually, you know what? That's interesting. You brought that up because there was the great debate of Luke Cage and we liked it, but the fight scenes could have been better. Everything doesn't have to be a kung fu
crouching
battle.
tiger, right? Like he's a street fighter, like he's a street dude. Like he's not gonna be doing spin kicks, like Chun-Li kicks and stuff.
Right. And I'm tired of all the. Every time someo's a superhero,
I'm guilty.
They have to be doing martial arts.
No, it's not.
Everybody can't be Batman, like with the Ra's al Ghul type training.
Right.
I gotta stand up. No, there's so many different fighting styles. No, I do agree. Everyone doesn't have to be doing, wheel kicks and things like that. But you have different fighting styles. Definitely boxing. You can have wrestling and things like that.
Like if he incorporated, if it was like more boxing with his.
Yeah, that's what I see him. Yeah, he's more of a boxer. So when I see the fight scenes, I'm talking about the choreography, not all the kicking and stuff. It definitely has to be sharpened up. Yeah, you don't need all that stuff.
Yeah.
It just needs to be sharpened up a little bit. But Luke Cage was phenomenal. I enjoyed that show. But no, just sharpen up the choreography a little bit. It doesn't have to have all the kicks and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, he might need a little help. I don't think that's really like Chio's. And no disrespect, because I met Chio. He's a phenomenal dude, and I think he does phenomenal directing. But he might just it seems like the whole fight scene element is something that's new to him, whereas the storyline is like phenomenal. You know what I mean? He kind of strikes me as a bit of like a John Singletary type of director.
John Singleton or
John Singleton. Sorry, I have a cousin whose last name is Singletary. Shout out to my family in Philly.
I was thinking, what, he changed his name?
And look, it don't help that my cousin's name is Joanne, so they sound the same.
Joanne Singletary.
Yeah, exactly. So shout out to my cousin Joanne. But yeah, I think he's kind of got that kind of, it's like a New York undercover-ish type of thing. So, he just needs to develop more with the choreography. I agree.
That's all.
But I think it'll pick up. I
Yeah,
mean,
well,
for it to be its
definitely.
pilot season, it's like, dude,
Dude,
it's
didn't it shut
phenomenal.
down like the Netflix servers or something?
Yeah,
So many
it
people were
did.
watching that.
It did. It's phenomenal.
And it came out the gates blazing.
And it was real, not
Yeah.
this fake. I shut down the internet. No, you didn't.
Right.
No, you didn't.
Right. You can't shut down the internet.
But you can shut down Netflix.
Netflix, y'all.
You can. You can do that.
Yes.
That was good.
So sidebar, one of my boys who's a cosplayer, like old school comic fan, and he said, Rogue One is damn good, y'all.
Okay.
I'm talking he said, I'm talking dang near Empire Strikes Back kind of good.
There we go.
That's what he said.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
The New Yorkers losing their,
You losing her cred.
yeah. Because they were shooting that down like, they said it was half-baked.
Oh,
My
ridiculous.
man got the filter on his profile picture and everything.
From now
He's
on,
committed.
guys, you don't listen to the New Yorker. You listen to Eclecticka.
Yeah.
That's where you get
For
your
sure,
news
for
from.
sure.
All right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No news is new news is new news is no news. Yeah. If it ain't Eclecticka news.
Very goose news.
CC, hit us with that theme music.
Wiener. wait, I got it.
Turn it up, y'all.
Oh, man.
All around his face.
Oh no. Okay.
Come on, CC.
Come on, CC.
Sorry, I was trying to put it in full screen there.
Oh.
Okay, before we get shut down, that's it.
It's a wiener party.
Before we get a copyright claim on
Yeah.
us.
Did anybody see that movie Sausage Party?
Oh, my goodness.
How was it?
I just saw the trailer. I haven't seen
That-
it. You saw it?
Everybody that I know that have seen that movie said they were disturbed.
That movie, man. Honestly, we're going to take a time warp. We're going back. Normally we do. No, we're going back on this one. So I went to see Sausage Party, right?
Okay.
I've seen a lot of movies in my day. But when you're sitting in a movie theater and you say to yourself, did that just
No.
They went
Saying
play-
something.
They got on everybody. They left no one untouched in that movie. They got on everybody. But that movie was funny. And then the ending was just, I don't even tell you because I don't want to give any spoilers. The ending was just ridiculously funny if you don't get offended anyway. But the movie, I thought the movie was good. I did.
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart.
Don't take any kids because it's animation. Do not take your kids or don't show them Sausage Party.
No.
That movie was, it's strictly for adults.
Yeah, it's like Team America. We haven't seen something since Team
Oh, I
America.
think it was Team America's down here and Sausage
No,
Party right up
is
there.
that bad?
Okay, so do your alert again.
Who?
Do your parent alert
What's my parent alert?
to not watch Sausage Party.
I said Team America's down here, and then you got Sausage Party way.
And do not bring your children.
The level
Yeah.
of disturbance.
Do not bring your children.
They
That's
will
what you're telling
be. Yeah, they'll be messed up for a little while.
me. Okay.
Unless they're 18 or older.
Even
then
18.
They're not
If
children.
you're 18, stay at home. I think
Wait till they finish college.
over 21, man. Yeah, that movie was funny though. You gotta have a sense of humor too.
Yeah, and a license to drink to be able to digest it all.
Sense of humor, license to drink. If you get offended easily, don't go see it.
So don't watch it drunk either.
That's true, because
No,
you could wind up crying.
Oh,
Don't
man.
go drunk if you're going through something in your life
Drunk
right now.
high. Yeah, that movie was hilarious. Though. It was. Seth Rogen wrote that, right? Wow.
Oh, that makes
I
sense.
think Seth and his boys. I love them guys anyway. Them dudes are funny. But that movie was. I wish I could have been in the room when they were writing the script for that.
Yeah.
Well, they made so much money from that Dictator joint that never was released, but was magically released.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you know what? I think sometimes they just like, let's just see if we get away with it.
Yeah.
We have the
Like
budget, whatever.
Sharknado, that's exactly how Sharknado happened. You know what? Let's see how. Let's just.
And like they win by default. It was like, well, let's do something crazy again. Let's just see
Right.
how far we can push.
we can take
Yeah, they
this.
keep pushing.
Yeah,
They keep pushing it, man.
Lord, have
and it
mercy.
seems to be working.
Yeah, give them credit though.
It sure is.
Well, think about it. You have to be willing to push,
Yeah,
or the industry won't go anywhere. So.
Yeah, that's true.
that is true.
That is true.
And they're laughing all the way to the bank and hooking up all their friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
To
Which is
make more
interesting.
Sharknadoes.
So Seth, that's your cue, man. Come on the show.
True.
We love to have you.
True.
Yeah, you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, man.
You ain't.
Get on the
No,
show.
we're kidding. Making sausage party movies.
Sausage party too.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
We can do voiceovers.
I can imagine how that would go.
Oh man.
Lord have mercy.
I mean, what would it be? It would be roti party or
Roti party.
Sounds
West
good. Heard it here first.
Some type of West Indian.
food, vegan
Oxtail-
party. I
Oxtail
don't know.
party.
Vegan party.
True.
Oh, yeah, here you go, man.
Hummus party.
Hummus party. Oh, Lord.
Oh man, are
Vegan
you
food.
guys
Nice.
looking forward for anything in particular for the new year?
You know what?
Wonder Woman's coming out.
I'm actually looking forward to Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Justice League. Is that later next year? I think that's later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking
Wow.
forward
Wait
to
a minute. We
that.
got so many things coming
a
out
lot
this year.
in 2017. A
Yeah.
lot.
They want to keep us in that movie theater. Why
yes,
is that?
they
That-
do.
Conspiracy theory? I think
Right.
so.
Yeah.
Because we've been
Something's
asking this
gotta
for
keep
years.
us entertained. Right.
Yeah.
That's true too. Well, I think also a lot of the people who
Wait a
have been
minute.
hungry for these movies have come of age now. So like they actually have the skill set and the power and authority to
No,
make these
Cece.
movies.
No, Cece.
What?
No.
What?
They knew ahead of time that Trump was going to win.
And then we needed some type of distraction to be able
Oh,
to be
man,
able
you
to
guys
cope.
are funny.
I knew he was going to take it there, but I was like, I'm not even going to open that door because I thought about it and then I stopped myself and then he just kind of picked up on it and it was too
Yeah,
late.
because this is not the place for any kind of political, social, religious, or sexual, or racist agenda.
Right. Comics aren't made for that.
They're not made for that.
No.
And neither is animation or TV sci-fi fantasy films.
Oh, Lord.
Hello.
Wow. You guys are crazy.
Oh, people.
In a good way. I love y'all. I really do.
So that's it? Just
We're
Wonder
insane.
Woman?
I mean,
You guys are on the same page with that, which I
I
find
am
very
actually-
interesting.
Yeah,
dude,
man.
I'm rooting, like I said before, dude, I'm rooting for a really good female lead superhero film.
Right.
And I'm hoping
Wonder Woman's sister. That's
Yes,
what I'm
come
looking
on,
forward
man.
to.
That's why Wonder Woman has to be good, so that it can be a sequel or maybe like a origins-ish story for her.
They need to give her a better
What
theme
is
song,
They do.
Robin Thicke's?
I kind of like the
Ex-wife's
one in
name.
Batman vs Superman. Paula Patton.
I want Paula Patton to do something, ain't they?
Yeah.
She blew up and then fizzled
though. She
so
was just in
fast.
something though. wasn't it?
She was in James Bond. Or no, Mission Impossible.
Okay.
That was her first stab at an action movie because she's very classically trained. Her and Robin Thicke actually went to like the same fine arts school or whatever. They were high school
Didn't know that.
sweethearts. Yeah.
So they went to the fine school
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Of the arts.
Yeah. So it's like, and one of her first movies that she did was Idlewild, and in Idlewild she was very like, kind of.
she didn't get the
She was
start.
sweet and humble, but it was like she was a very refined like.
You gotta get
poised,
some gritty
not
roles,
like
though,
gritty. Yeah,
man.
she did, and she really kind of was saying that she almost turned down that Mission Impossible
You gotta get some
role, but yeah. She seems cool, like
Yeah.
open-minded. Like
Yeah,
she'll
she's
be
got to
down.
play like, you know what? She needs a gritty role. Like, she needs to play like the garbage man or like the painter, like someone that dig ditches or something.
with one tooth missing or something.
Yeah, she needs like up in the hood. Like, we need to name her like Laquita Jones Jenkins the
Y'all
third.
silly.
The
You know-
third, not even the third, the third.
But you know what? I think that Paula Patton respects the craft so much that she's not going to do it unless she feels like she's going to do it right. But I think she's also open-minded enough that she would be like, yeah, I'll give that a try. Like, she seems like she's up for the challenge.
Yeah, she should play like Stripe in the new Gremlins movie.
Oh, don't even say that, dude.
My God.
I was
No.
just thinking about when are they going to remake Gremlins? And that's
No,
coming too.
no.
Next Christmas.
You know they watch the show.
You know they do.
You know they watch the show.
They watch the show. Give us our props. They're using some of our information too.
Hate it.
Gremlins is definitely coming.
Oh gosh.
Oh, it's coming. They did Smurfs. If they did
That
the
was
Smurfs,
horrible.
Gremlins is next.
yeah.
Yeah,
Gremlins is
once
nice.
I found out Smurfs, it was like, yeah, that's when I realized that
Gremlins
nothing was
was
safe.
good though.
Yeah,
The first one was good.
yeah. It scared me though, because I was like a little kid
I was
when
little
it first
too,
came
yeah.
out, so I was real traumatized.
I was-
like, because he was so cute,
how old
and he
was I?
got so
was young.
scary.
I was younger when that came out. I was in elementary school.
I'm waiting for them to make Different Strokes the movie.
What you talking about, Willis? They might, dude. Hey,
Or Webster.
Lord have mercy.
I actually got to meet Webster
Really?
Oh, wow.
in an elevator.
What?
Wow, and you're tall, so what was that like?
He was,
Little?
yeah, he's short.
Sure.
Yeah. But he was not. He was,
It's cool.
yeah, it's cool. Dude.
That's cool.
Did he have you know those short people with like
Napoleon
just,
complex?
No, but just like totally like, hey, what's up, how you doing? You know, like,
Nah, he was. he
That's
was
a Napoleon complex.
Nah, he was a cool dude. He's a pretty nice dude. Yeah. It's
you know
just,
who I am? Like,
nah, he was.
okay.
He was just chill, relaxed. Hey, how you doing? Talking back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was a nice dude.
Know what I'm waiting for? Alf, the movie.
Oh God.
I like that.
Alf though.
Yeah, you're talking about the TV show Alf.
Yeah.
They were supposed to bring that back, I think, at one point.
They were.
They were supposed to bring Alf back. Yep.
I think they got canceled at the last
Yeah, they were
minute.
supposed to bring it back.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Willie. His name was Willie, right? The dad.
He's always trying to eat the cat.
Yeah, he was always trying to eat the cat. Yep.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. What happened to those shows?
Whatever
Yeah.
happened? What happened to television? Well, I can't say that because television has had
alright.
a rebirth.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's actually shows that I think everybody that you know, there's at least 2 shows they like,
Mm-hmm.
which you couldn't say that years ago.
Yeah. Well, you know, the writers were on strike too a while ago.
Screw the writers. No, I'm just kidding.
The writers are like everything, unfortunately.
I want to say something. We were actually talking about television shows and how when you're kids, when you like stuff, you just watch it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, one of my favorite shows as a kid
Mhm.
was The Dukes of Hazzard. Now,
Mm.
you look at me, you wouldn't expect me to like The Dukes of Hazzard. Guys driving around with a Confederate flag. But we were kids.
Right.
And we just saw the car.
And they
Right.
changed it to the 01.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So it was like, yeah. So we didn't, it was just, we loved the show. We loved the car. And that was it. I'm just saying that what happens is just liking stuff for what you like. You know what I mean?
True.
You don't have to, it doesn't fit any color lines, nothing like that. You watch what you like, be who you are.
Hey,
Anyway.
you better watch this show and like it and be who you are and my fingers in the camera.
3D.
See you later. You're watching Eclecticka.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was like straight up 3D.